Hello everyone! Here's a new top 10, my favorite movies of all time. Side note, this is a favorites list, not a best list. These are just my opinions. 2, I have not seen every single movie in existence, so basically, if I've seen the movie, it's eligible for the list. 3, any movies released after this video is obviously ineligible. 4, one per franchise, like only one Star Wars, MCU, you get the idea. And 5th, I might use some still images for like some of the entries because I do not want this video to get drone striked, especially by a certain mouse company. Anyways, let's get started! Ooh, time for my favorite Christmas movie ever, Elf. I freaking love this movie. I love seeing the journey of a whimsical child at heart, raised an elf dude, find his place of origin, and adapt in human society. I think what I love about Elf is its charm and mix of emotion, and especially humor. Like, the humor is really great. Like, he's an angry elf scene never gets old. I think I also see myself in Buddy the Elf, his goofball, child at heart nature. God, I love this movie. Not much to say besides watching this every Christmas season at least twice. So, the hardest part was actually how to categorize Marvel movies. So I decided, like, I'll have one MCU movie and then one anything else that's not part of the MCU. Anyways, for the Spider-Man, it's all slot. Anyways, I'll start right now. Since I chose Spider-Man 3 as my favorite. Spider-Man 1 and 2, better movies. That much is true, objectively. But this isn't an objective list, it's a favorite list. And honestly, 3, I like the most because it's so much charm to it, I don't know how to explain it. It's also one of the most relatable movies of all time. Don't argue with me, it is very relatable. It's a movie that honestly gets better as time goes on. It gets better with age. This movie is a mess. Like, it's with how many jumbled up subplots there are, the black suit, Sandman, Harry, MJ relationship, and Eddie. But somehow, this jumbled mess just clicks with me. And oh my god, this movie's so quotable. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door! Ooh, I want you to kill Peter Parker. But Bully Maguire is by far the best part of this movie. I'll admit, me and many others definitely had a Bully Maguire phase at some point in our lives due to depression and down bad phases or stuff. Anyways, fun as fuck movie that's honestly great meme material. SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I love SpongeBob, and while that stupid AI crap that keeps popping up on my social media reels tries to ruin my love for SpongeBob, my fascination for classic SpongeBob will never go away, and that includes a movie right here. I love how whimsical this movie is. It starts off seemingly just goofy, run-of-the-mill SpongeBob SquarePants episode, but then you see SpongeBob get down bad due to being turned out of promotion. Then Plankton steps in, being his most evil ever. And then the SpongeBob and Patrick dynamic is at their peak here to get the crown, save the town, and Mr. Krabs. And oh my gosh, Shell City suddenly gets super emotional, where they straight up make us think they died. But once they get back by running fucking Hasselhoff, you see SpongeBob give off a lit performance. Like, objectively, this plot is so fucking stupid, but that's why I love it. SpongeBob is at his best when it's just being ridiculous and embracing it. That's part of his charm. A super, super fun movie. Honestly, if the other characters got utilized more, like Squidward, Mr. Krabs, instead of being brainwashed or frozen, whatnot, if they were actually used more, this movie might even be higher. Like, maybe just barely out of the top 5. But hey, it made the list for a reason. Picking my favorite Toy Story was a huge toss-up between this and 3, but 2 won in the end for me. I think 2 was just more well-rounded. 3 certainly had a better and more emotional climax, but 2 was fun. Toy Story heart from the get-go. What I like about this movie was that it helped explain Woody's background this time, and it continues off Toy Story 1 perfectly with Woody and Buzz's dynamic. Remember, they hated each other at first, but now they have loyalty to each other that Buzz will do anything to save Woody. I also love the toys Buzz brings for the squad. Perfect friend group dynamic. You got the loyal homie and Slinky, the timid, always on edge Rex, the sarcastic ham, and the asshole who complains about everything Mr. Potato Head. Also, in regards to new characters, Jesse and Bullseye click in so well. I love it. Don't worry. Another example probably on this list with how like the second installment brings in a new character like that seamlessly joins in. But oh my god, I love when installments do that. Oh my god, that Jesse flashback hits hard, especially as you get older. Side note, the utility buzz was low-key not needed, but was absolutely hilarious, so I don't even care. Plus, now the other toys get to see the BS Woody had deal with diluted Buzz in the first movie. Finally, the villains. This is how you do a twist villain. At first, Al was the main villain, but gradually we see who the true villain of this movie is. Good old Stinky Pete. While he isn't the greatest Toy Story villain, that will always be Lotso, I still find Stinky Pete memorable. Overall, great movie. But there is another second installment in an animated movie series that we'll talk much later on that eclipses this. Alright, Sonic 3. I will admit I am biased, but holy fuck! Is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 fucking lit? First off, it continues off the friendship formed with the main Sonic trio, and all three are perfectly in character. Sonic is a determined, carefree, badass who cares about his friends. Tails is the loyal, smart homie, and Knuckles is the more mature, strong-willed bro. Shadow, though, oh, I was terrified how they would handle Shadow the Hedgehog, but they handled him perfectly. I love how he was understandably driven by revenge and how the flashbacks were spoon-fed to us to the big moment of Maria's death. Eggman, though, oh boy, there's a reason why this one role is making Jim Carrey not retire. He straight up becomes more deranged, and we see his grandfather, he's even more evil and deranged. And okay, let me just talk about the third act. This third act alone puts the movie above Toy Story 2 on the list. So Shadow shoots Thomas, taking for gun, Sonic witnesses. Then we see a realistic, heated argument with Knuckles. Then Sonic and Shadow throw hands. Oh my gosh, that fight went hard as fuck. It was basically a Dragon Ball fight in live action. No, not that movie, but you know what I mean. Then as we see Sonic about his stupid revenge, he realizes that's not who he is. And then him and Shadow connect, and oh my god, most epic scene in the movie. They team up with Liv and Laura in the fucking background. Oh my god, I was so fucking pumped when I saw this in theaters. We see Eggman turn his grandfather. Tails and Knuckles jump in. Then we see the powerful sacrifices with Shadow like in the games, which you know we survived. And surprisingly, Eggman with a damn emotional moment. Overall, amazing movie. I can't wait to see how they follow this up, though it's a high bar. Continuing the number 3 streak that's not ending soon. It's Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. I actually don't have too much to say about this because we all know this is a great peak movie. And it was a damn amazing conclusion to the trilogy. Love how this one we really see how the journey has been taking its toll on our heroes. Especially Frodo as he gets more and more corrupted by the One Ring to rule them all. The battles in this one are amazing. Like, they're not like Helm's Deep, but the Siege of Gondor and especially the Black Gate. I also love all the characters in their development. We already talked about Frodo. We see Frodo just trying to pull through despite the corruption. Sam sticking by till the very end, being pretty much the real MVP to destroying the ring. Aragorn taking charge. Gimli and Legolas going from resentful to bros till the end. Merry and Pippin proving anyone could be a hero. And you get the idea. And oh my god, the climax. I already mentioned how great the Black Gate was, but the final showdown between Frodo and Gollum was intense over that precious. Oh man, it was intense as fuck. I loved it. And oh my god, the ending makes me tear up. And anyone who knows me knows it takes a fuck ton for me to start to tear up. From the Fellowship reunion, well, besides Boromir, oof, the ceremony, Return to the Shire, and of course Frodo, Gandalf, and whatnot leaving. Like, dang, this movie just hits so damn well. And it just barely made the top 5. I love this movie. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. No contest, my favorite Indiana Jones movie. First off, can we talk about the cast? You got 2 legends in the lead of Harrison Ford and Sean Connery as Indiana Jones' father. Like, that's I already know how you have a banger movie. I think a strong aspect of The Last Crusade is its pacing. Most movies would create a prequel origin story as its own drawn-out movie, but not here. In like 10 minutes, we see Indy's relationship with his father not being the best, him getting the fear of snakes, attachment to the iconic whip, and the perfect present-day transition from getting his trademark fedora. What I love about this movie, Indy's motivation for the Grail wasn't for glory or anything like, Temple of Doom or anything. It's so he can find his father. And joining him as well in this quest is his father, of course, and the return of lovely and competent Marcus Brody and charming Sala. This movie is also quite bold in a lot of ways. For example, they have the balls to straight up include a Nazi rally and Hitler in this movie. And the secondary villain was Insane Red. Like, who's honestly the most interesting and complex villains. And like Indy, I would have been tricked by her too. And I love how she deliberately killed the main villain, Donovan, who's a Nazi greedy bastard. And his death, like most Indiana Jones villains, is straight up over the top and scared me as a kid. And finally, can we just agree that the ending of this movie was perfect? We were 4 heroes riding off in the sunset with the iconic theme playing. Love this movie, but not enough for the top 3. Alright, Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. So I technically said one MCU movie, but I can't decide which one I like more, but these two do go together. It's not like I'm choosing Infinity War and Ragnarok or Endgame and Civil War. Anyways, so I decided to go both of them because they go hand in hand. Anyways, MCU, there's a lot to pick from be it Captain America Winter Soldier or Civil War, Guardians Trilogy, No Way Home, or Ragnarok, etc., etc. But damn, were these two movies epic! I love how well the characters come to play here. Thanos is an amazing villain, and I love how most Infinity War was from his point of view. The other characters were extremely memorable, and I love how some were driven by the revenge to defeat Thanos, especially Thor and Star-Lord. Then you have Tony, who finally has to face the threat he was worried about since the first Avengers. And unfortunately, he's still falling out of Steve from Civil War. And because the Avengers all being split up, the heroes actually lose in Infinity War. Like, wow. And that snap scene was chilling as fuck. Infinity War is intense. That right away starts with full-on massacre to show all this movie wasn't fucking around. As it shouldn't. It also shows how flawed the heroes are. Some of them still aren't making amends. Some are driven by revenge, which only costs the victory. In this movie, divided we fall, indeed, which leads straight into Endgame, which is also really epic. We see how the 5 years post-snap affected our heroes. Some, like Tony, wanted to accept and move on. Thor and Clint, well, did not go well. But with the return of good old Scott Lang, there is still hope, and what follows is good fan service as they time travel to previous movies, retrieve the stones. Unfortunately, Thanos manages to come back, but we see the best, final act of, almost any movie ever, where everything pays off, the Avengers assemble, Cap with Thor's hammer, and of course, Tony's sacrifice. Damn. Tony's, funeral is actually another scene that makes me tear up. Not many movies he do, but this one did. But these two movies are so amazing. The fact is, there's only 2 movies above this. I kid you not. Only 2 movies. What are the 2 movies? Well, if you know me in real life, you probably expected 2 movies to be on top. Oh, come on, you knew Star Wars would be on this list somewhere. And if you know me in real life, you knew it was going to be Revenge of the Sith. Is it objectively the best Star Wars movie of all time? Nope. Empire's certainly better, but damn, Revenge of the Sith, my favorite. And it's by far my favorite movie to quote ever. I could deadass quote the entire Matrix Palpatine and Obi-Wan vs. Anakin fights. Word for word. I just love how chaotic and intense this movie is. You knew Anakin was going to turn, and it starts off not seeming like that. Obi-Wan and Anakin rescuing Palpatine, who doesn't seem suspicious at all, and killing Dooku. But Palpatine was a Sidious guy the whole time, and while Obi-Wan is off on his own subplot, again, shit gets real. Darth Vader is born. From mass murder, including children, tragic music, genocide, etc., the story of Anakin was indeed a tragic one. Turning evil to save his wife, only for her to die anyways, betraying the Order, including his master, and getting burned alive, forever a tool to Palpatine. Speaking of that battle, oh my god, that Mustafar battle was perfect. I love it. Also, this movie really was Palpatine having the time of his life, from staging his own kidnapping, manipulating the apprentice, he wanted to becoming his own, the Empire rising, and causing destruction of the Jedi. For all intents and purposes, Palpatine won in this movie. Like, and oh my god, this Obi-Wan fan Danica, this is a tragedy. This movie, I've seen the meme where, like, you realize this movie hope for a different ending every time, but thing is, because it's a prequel, Anakin is always supposed to become Vader, and there's nothing else people could do about it. And this movie was so close to reaching my number one. So close. But one movie, in my opinion, is my favorite of all time. If you know me IRL, you're probably looking for a certain movie. Shrek 2. Shrek fucking 2. Shrek motherfucking 2. Holy freaking shit. I love this movie. And I always will. This movie is my ideal movie. Not drawn out at all. Memorable returning faces. Amazing new faces. The story is so well done. It follows up the first movie perfectly. Casting, perfect. Jokes that appeal to kids and even adults that appeal to us. Even jokes that appeal to us oldies. The music in this movie is perfect. Especially a certain scene later. Usually some movies, especially the ones that list all of their best in the second half or the third act. Which, while the second half here is superior, the first half is full of greatness too. It's just overall great. Also, the reason why Shrek 2 is my favorite movie of all time is it works great for any setting. Want a quick fun watch? Watch Shrek 2. Want a movie full of emotion? Shrek 2. Want a movie of hidden adult humor? Shrek 2. Great character development? Shrek 2. Good meme material? Shrek 2. Fun movie to watch while pre-gaming your shit face? Shrek 2. Banger ass soundtrack? Shrek fucking 2. This leads to me talking about my favorite movie scene ever, possibly. Honestly, it is my favorite movie scene ever. It's the iconic fairy godmother, I need a hero! You damn well know this scene was fucking amazing. I've never been in love with this scene. I've seen more than this. I've been in love with this scene for God knows how freaking long. And it never, ever gets old, to the point I perform this song a lot at karaoke's. Oh my gosh, guys, I seriously can't stop gushing about Shrek 2. I am in love with this god tier movie. It really is the movie for me. And I am happy to call Shrek 2 my favorite movie of all time. This is Legendary Captain. Have an amazing day, honey bubbas. And I'll be holding out for a hero.